Welcome back to another episode. Your boy, one and only, Deepest. Sup? Back again with part two of DeepPiano sound. Um, the segment I'm trying to show, not trying to show, but push, push is the word that fits in, but bring a conscious mindset towards people that there's this collaboration of deep house and piano that's different from private school, which it is deep house inspired or house music inspired from the soulful aspect. And with this one, it's just a collaboration of deep house and private school or piano, mashing together and evoking something, which is normal in production. Even in deep house music, there's so many elements which are taken from the Amapiano spectrum, and there's so many um sound that is inspired in a sense by created in a sense of deep houseism, if I could put it like that. It's just music. I'm a nerd for music. I'm a nerd for music. I'm sorry, but I'm a nerd for music. And the music that I've been a nerd for most of the time is deep house. Deep house. And when I hear something, I try to break it down to it so I can have an understanding of it. That's why it's listening consciously. So back again with part two. Part two. Back with the energy. Part two, we're back again. With this one, it's a song by someone who came with the private school spectrum or spectrum. Kelvin Momo. You all know Kelvin Momo. GOAT himself. Regardless of what. Is each. The biggest and the biggest. And with this one, he came with this one is part of the album that was released last year, December. Title of the track is Themba Lami by Kelvin Momo, Reed, and I'm calling but yeah, by Kelvin Momo, Themba Lami. Now this one will try to explain what I was trying to do with the previous video, and try to keep on showing you guys this sound, because this one's mostly a deep house than it is private school. If I could put it like that, it's mostly sounds like deep house than it is in terms of private school. Because with this one, you can play it in sets. You can introduce it in sets, and it brings off a different meaning towards it because its production is different. You even hear the sound. It's like that Coco SA type of vibe. Like that Coco SA type of vibe, but now it's mashed together to evoke the sound. Like I love it when producers play around. It just shows how much of producers they are when they can just integrate a new sound and just fucking add a different sound within an album, which we expect as a private school person, but just do something different because it's showing you guys, showing us as listeners that they don't have limits. They are not limited. They are given talent. They're blessed with talent, which they can express in any format. So this is Themba Lami. Listen to the vocal. Listen to the word of it. I'm loving vocal songs lately, and because they tell a significant story. And then just listen to the structure of it from the foundation, which you're going to hear right now. Just the introduction of the kick and the introduction of the snares, the claps, if I could put it like that, just the foundation before we go into the melody perspective. And then before we go to the chord production perspective, and then the melody, and then the whole compilation of the entire song. Let's go. All right, stopping it here 2 minutes on the dot. Um, just wanna quickly break down into sector, the 2 minute sector, the building phase, the foundation phase, hearing the foundation phase and the introduction of the chord progressions, as you can hear the distinct taste of this production, because Momo doesn't play around with this production at all. And hearing and just listening to that kick drum, or kick, that kick bass line, um the kick bass line, if I could put it like that. I'm sure in your head when you first hear it, you're like, this is Coco Essay's production, but because that's usually where we heard this format of like this. You see that this sound has been here for a long time, like a collaboration of different sounds and genres is so beautiful to hear. And you can hear, ne, like kick bass line. The sound is trying to push forward. That it's different, that it accommodates a deep house spectrum where one wouldn't even think this is piano, but this will think it is deep house in itself alone when it's just building up. And then the chord progression kicks in. Chord progression kicks in, and the melody with that chord progression, or the chord, the harmonic chord that was just directing the flow of the 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 flow of the song, of where it is trying to go. And it shows, it evokes that different sensation towards it. And then what's private school without a dash of like playing around with chords, playing around with the keyboard, and just playing around with the piano, because that's why we know it's called piano in private school for a reason. Due to that, this playing around, they're just testing out and showing off your skills, and just trying to push a collaboration of how where music comes from, or the idea of where music comes from. And now we're gonna go into the introduction of the vocal and just the progression of the song, and you'll hear. I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as possible. This took me places. Yeah, that took me places, man. This is a beautiful song. I've heard it like a long time ago. Even I consciously listened to it this year. Like, listening to Kelvin Momo's album is a beautiful thing, because you find a new song like years after from an album that was released a long time ago. You find it like in the future that this accommodates me. and that's just production in general. He's a leader. But dissecting the song, second stage. Now we're in the melody format, the the melody format where we're traveling in the melody. Now we've added all the elements, the chord progressions are there, and now we've seen the different chords, the unique chords or the significant chords that we can add to this production that will continue the flow of the song and that will not feel or not take it in a flat manner, but not evoke any aspect of thinking it's just flat and you but give off that feeling of it's continuing, something new is gonna come, something new is gonna come, but we're just holding it there. And you could hear it, you could taste it. There's this chord that was playing, and I love how it was structured where it was like do do where it went low and you can feel it when it goes low and then all of a sudden it goes high. It's like this. It sounded like a horn, if I could put it like that, a horn. Yeah, it sounded like a horn, if I could put it like that. But production is complicated, if I could put it like that. Not complicated, but it's beautiful because there's different sounds where you just think it's just all piano alone, but there's different sounds that you can alternate and structure towards your own production. And then going into the melody perspective, another chord progression or another melodic chord was introduced, and it just showed that it was introduced in a perfect time where we're just giving a break to the vocalist and to the vocal and to the lyrics and introduce it in a manner that we keep on pushing this build up, because obviously the whole entire song was coming from a build up of what I was trying to initially explain. Like it's building up and building up to just this specific element of like you've added everything and then you feel like there's something new coming, but there's still something new coming, and it came. Oh my god. I'm a music madness, guys. I'm a music nerd. I'm sorry. This is what I mean when I say listen consciously, because I do it. Stage 3, stage 2, melody. Melody achieved. Now we're gonna go to a bridge. 2-minute bridge, not too much. A final aspect, judge it from the bridge, and then we hear from there. Let's go. And that was it. You wouldn't tell this is a private school song. This was produced by Momo himself. You wouldn't tell that, man. This sound, this deep piano sound, like this, you can, and I know for sure with this one you understand that this one was different. This one came in a different manner. You couldn't tell where it was going. This one is the type of song where you, like this sound is a sound that will accommodate everyone in every aspect. If you're a deep house listener and you're strictly a deep house listener, because I know some people will be mad that I'm tuning into private school, but it's just me. I'm sorry, but that's I'm just a music nerd. When I love something, I dwell into it. And and if you're a private school listener who doesn't believe in the aspect of deep house and sees it as a joke, but we all relate to the sound. End of the day, they all come from one aspect, house music, and that's where we are born from with this music thing. Come from one aspect. But I hope now I'm gonna come again with another video soon or later. I'm gonna go back to deep house now, the original taste. But I hope now you seeing what I'm trying to share with you guys and seeing this new sound. It's your boy, the one and only, the deepest. This has been a soulful journey, and I'm signing out here. Bye.